Biology with Lee, the Sluggy. Hello friends, I am Lee the Sluggy, and today we're going to have a crash course on slugs. And here, as a special guest, we have dum da dum 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 Snert the Slug. He is my friend, my child, and he is very important. Hi little guy. How's my baby? How's my little Snert? My little Snerty. Yes, I know. Just put that right down there. Alright, so, slugs, gastropods, mollusks, whatever you've heard right, because these all come together to form the slug. Slugs evolved from snails, but we're not here to talk about those freeloaders. We're here to talk about slugs, gosh dang it. So let's get into some of the anatomy for them. Anatomy. So slugs, they got the things and then the little things. The upper things are called their optical tentacles. And those things have light-sensitive eye spots. And using those light-sensitive eye spots, they're able to kinda, sorta see what's in front of them. Better than me. I got glasses to help, though. So, Then they got those bottom tentacles. What are those, you may ask? Those are their sensory tentacles. And those are how they taste and smell. Smells like sadness. So, speaking of taste, how do the slugs eat? Nom, 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 nom. So inside of a slug's mouth, it has a sort of tongue-like thing called a radula. And that radula has like 27,000 teeth. Tiny little teeth. Nom nom. And that radula tongue-like thing is chitinous. And what is chitin, you may ask? It is a tough, semi-transparent substance that is the main component of the exoskeleton of slugs and some other animals. This is just according to dictionary.com. And chitin is interesting because, yeah, it helps make up a slug's radula, but it's also found in the cell walls. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It's found in the cell walls of some fungi and algae. Because why not have a slug be as closely related to plants? Are you a slug or a mushroom or an algae? Comment below. Very important. Anyway, so they got those 27,000 teeth. Now. But do slugs hunger for blood? Short answer, yes. Long answer, very much so. When I first got my little slug baby, my little Snert, I was holding him, and I felt a teeny tiny yum 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 yum. It didn't hurt. It was just kind of like strange feeling, almost tingly, but weird. And it was like, oh my god, my slug is trying to eat me. I could have died. Anyway, so that's the biology of slugs. And before we move on to the next topic, I should give you guys a short, quick, crudely drawn diagram of what a slug looks like. Excellent. Although to you lovely viewers, you've most likely only thought of slugs as this. A+ drawings. I am good at anatomy. Anyway, so moving on from biology, let's move on to that stuff. You know the stuff. Hey, you got the stuff. Slug slime. Okay, it's not technically slime. Like, you didn't, like, take some borax and then some, I don't know, glue and activator and all that junk to make the slime that all the cool kids are making. Nah, this is mucus. Sort of kind of mucus. Very similar to mucus. It's basically a combination of protein and water. And this combination forms something that is very similar to mucus, which isn't that far-fetched. Did you know? Fun fact time! Humans and slugs share 70% of their DNA. You're more slug than you realize. So, human snot, slug mucus. It's not funny. Sex time! So, most slugs have sex in the very normal way. They stick out their peeners, smurp those up against their partner's peeners, and exchange sperm. And then they both leave to lay 30 plus eggs in a hole, just like humans. But wait, there's more. Leopard slugs. Oh boy, if you haven't seen leopard slug sex, then you haven't lived. You see, leopard slugs, instead of just like coming up slug, no, leopard slugs are like on the ceiling, drip down on a thread of slime, wrap around each other, stick them peeners out. By the way, their peeners are like the size of their bodies. And like, they just sort of hide that in their body all the time, and then they stick that out when they're doing the do. So they touch those mixed sperm, and then the sperm just sort of droops down in a bluish goo. And then they're just sort of spinning around with the goo splurting around. And then when they're done, they just sort of plop to the ground. Just like me. And so, glip glop glorp, they've done the do in the air. When will your significant other do that for you? Never, I bet. Anyway, moving on from doing the do. Let's do something fun and talk about their habitats. Where do they live? Where do they come from? Where do they go? Where do they come from? Slug-eyed Joe. They like to be moist. 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 And unfortunately, outside does not like to be moist. At all. So they're like, screw that. Ground them. They go underground. They chill in the dirt. Yurt. Snert. Snurly snert. Mazel snert. 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 So they chill underground. Then there are some days that are just too frickin' sunny. So they're like, screw this. F this, I'm out. And then they construct a papery, cocoony thing all around themselves, and then stick to a tree wall or whatever, and then just chill in there. No pun intended. Then they just stay in there until it cools off a bit, or it gets more moist out. Whatever works. They like the humidity. And so basically, they spend their entire summers holed up away, hiding from others. Just like me. Food. Does it decay? Check. Is it a leaf? Check. Is it a flower? Check. Is it a plant? Check. Is it your prized vegetable garden? Yum, yum, yum. The more you cherish it, the more they love it. Predators. Who would bring harm to my children? Apparently hedgehogs and toads and some beetles and some birds would. Why must they hurt my innocent babies? So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed your crash course in slugology. Slugly, out.